That's the correct number. What's Dotun doing now? She's not starting class now.
Okay, let's begin with the class. Good evening, everybody. Please confirm that you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, I can. Good evening. Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, that's three people, so I'm guessing everyone can hear me clearly. Good evening. How was your day? How was for those who are working and all that? I hope it went well. Um, so first off, I'm sort of heartbroken because I just checked now and I can see that there are just five people in class, and I think normally normal number are about 10 to 12 or so. But I just want to tell you congratulations and well done, because it just shows how dedicated you are to starting, to continuing, and to be here tonight. It's not easy to be committed to something, but this is the third class. Most of us are sent in our assignments. Most of us have been taking the tests. It's not easy. And it just shows that you are committed. And it is this commitment that is part of what is going to help you build your business. So, um, today we'll be talking about team building and managing event staff. And I'll be talking to you about how to source, train, and sustain a reliable event team. Now, like I said earlier, I would like us to um, pay attention, because I have something for someone. And also because your staff, you are not the only one that's going to run this business. You are running it with them, even if you're the owner. And the kind of people you allow into your business will determine everything basically, because they are you. They are like an extension of you. So first off, why team building matters? Why does it matter? Why is it important? Can't you just, there are people that, I mean, they just say that, okay, you know, they have a large pool of people and they just pick anybody that, oh yeah, money share, what she share for me, come and work for me. There's work on ground. But it's not like that. Over the last week, Tello has taken us through how you have to be intentional, how you have to brand yourself. You have to know what kind of brand you want others to see you as. Like when they hear your name, how do you, what perception do you want them to have of you? And how would they build that perception? Through your team. And also, great events, they depend on strong teams. You cannot just pack boys from the streets and say you want to use them as waiters. If any of us have ever attended events here, I'm sure you must have noticed at some point one, um, maybe a, a set of waiters that they're just like, ah, did they pack these children from the streets because of the way they are behaving? Maybe guest is calling them that, ah, bring food for me, and they're shouting at the guests. Or, just acting in a way that is unprofessional and all that. So it depends on strong teams. And if your staff is reliable, if you've built a strong team that is reliable, that you can rely on, You can be lying down in your room while your staff is working, while your team is out there working, and you can sleep because you know that they are reliable, you know they are good. And it also builds trust with clients and guests because it is not only you that will be interacting with the guests, your staff will also be interacting with them. And if you do not build a good team, they will disgrace you outside. And like I said, they are an extension of you. They would what however your staff relate with the guests, that is how the guests would see you when they say, oh, your girls this thing, your boys, your this. That's how they'll say, oh, our people, our clinical, you get. So sourcing and selecting reliable staff. These 3 points, because this is just a crash course, would still be having a more extensive masterclass on it. So I'm just giving you a crash course to just understand the entire concept of why and how to build your staff. Now, like I said earlier, you have to know down your preferences. We've said it earlier during the course of this class that you have to know what you want to be known for. You have to have non-negotiables. That okay, these are my non-negotiables. This is what I want. Okay, we've heard people in the past, maybe ocean agencies. Some people say, oh, they are unfair. This person only collects light-skinned ushers that are tall, not shorter than 5'9". It might seem unfair, but that is the perfect. Those are the preferences of that particular person, and the person has a brand. The person is building. The person has a target audience, and the person wants it to be that. Oh, when somebody is looking for those kind of people, no, this person is sure. This person is sure she will give me because those are how our girls are. Or okay, you are looking for or maybe someone is looking for people who can work in corporate events, be classy and all that, and orderly, chic, luxurious. They're like, oh, I know this person at ushers. Or you want maybe bouncers that are, they have high security level, they are well trained, they're this. You have to note down your preferences that, okay, this is how I want the industry to perceive my brand. And you have to recruit selectively. You don't, it's not just fine. There are people that will come to you and say, please, I'm looking for work or this or that. Yes, you can consider, I'm not saying you should brush them aside. But when you are recruiting, don't look at, it's my church member that sent this person. And because of that fact, you won't look at the other qualities that person has. Maybe you're recruiting people not shorter than 5'8", and somebody, a 5'5" person is coming and you're saying that, oh, this, and you want to pity the person or say that, oh, because this person, I know this person. And it's not like maybe there are like other qualities that you can't brush aside, that you know that, oh, you can't find this quality in this other person. Recruit selectively. Don't be, because by the time you're pitying people and everything else, it's not all the time. There are some people that, okay, yes, you're like, okay, I see a potential in this person, I'll hire this person. And there's sometimes that you say, oh, let me just hire the person, and the person will chop your eye. Because in the end, everybody, this people is money they are looking for. It's not everybody that is loyal. I'll talk about this later in the class. So recruit selectively. Screen for potential and attitude, not just skills. Fine, they can have skills. There are some girls, I remember when I was working as an usher, there are some girls that, they are hardworking and all that. But because, I can't remember, but I know that there was this particular girl that, oh, she's hardworking, so and she fits into the spec that particular lady, the owner of the ocean agency, wanted. So she like always, pampered her and, always put her in the forefront and everything. And the girl has an attitude. So, small pedestal that they put her on, she's already acting like she's the alpha and the omega. And she's not even doing the skills that they even had her for. Okay, greet guests, everything. If the guest does not dress a certain way, look rich, look wealthy, she won't take care of it. Like that. Small. the ushering agency owner noticed it and removed that away because said, this person has the skills, but not the attitude. So even if person does not have skills, you can gain, but attitude, character, and which is a very, very necessary thing in this our line of work. If someone has a bad attitude, person cannot work because people will get on your nerves, people will piss you off. And you have to have that emotional intelligence on how to react. So if you don't hire somebody that has a good attitude, has a good character, knows how to handle their emotions, they can spoil plans for you. Thirdly, basic training and code of conduct. See, training. You see, I said training and retrainings. Training and retrainings. I cannot overemphasize. I cannot overemphasize how important they are. Training. When I first started off as an usher, like many, many, many years ago, Ted was the first person I worked with, I worked for as an usher. I used to wonder at first that, okay, the first time she did training for us, oh, fine, nice. But like over time, she said, oh, there's a training, this and that, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but what's the essence of training? She be as we're working, we're learning on the job. I'm already done training. Which one is training? You get mad. I'm like, what are we learning? Do you get? Well, as I grew older, I saw that this training is, you need to overemphasize it because I noticed that, when they're doing maybe question and answers at the place and maybe they're asking scenario based questions, or maybe ushers are even asking questions. I'm like, ushers I've worked with for a while. They'll be asking some questions. I'm like, have you learned nothing with all the jobs you've been doing? So you cannot say that, okay, I cannot overemphasize the importance of trainings. You should also have a clear code of conduct. How do you want to run your business? Like I said before, what are your non-negotiables? You need to be clear on everything. They need to understand the kind of person you are and what you can take and what you cannot take. And you should also lead by example. Let's take punctuality for instance. You cannot say that, okay, you want everybody to be punctual, get there by 8, and you are supposed to be there, but you will now, I mean, fine, yes, you are Oga, so even if you get there by 10, who wants to arrest you? But by the time you say call time is 8 o'clock, and you are getting there 7:30, 7:40, 7:50. First job, you get there early before the girls. Maybe the girls are strolling in. They say, our God, and you've already set rule that if you are 1 hour late, this so punishment. If you are this thing, so punishment. If you are so late, this hour late, don't bother coming again. That kind of thing. By the time you do it first time, second time, third time, even the days you don't show up, your girls will be on time because they already know that this is what our boss wants, and if you do it under way, this is the outcome of it. So you have to be clear from the beginning, from the get-go. If you want your brand, because you cannot, if you want them to take your brand serious, you have to show them that this is what I want, and if you are not doing what I want, this is how it's going to go. Now, creating clear roles and expectations. I feel like I'm using ushers very well because that's one I'm most familiar with. But okay, let me use another example, bouncers. Let's say, okay, you have bouncers for an event. You don't just tell them that, okay, there's work, this is the event, this is the event center, this is the location, this is the call time, and you send them and you go. If you are not showing up there, number one is that there should be somebody. I mean, over time, if you're just building a team, you might not have that person. You might be the one to have to know, to guide and all that. But over time, you should delegate somebody that, okay, you are in charge of this. You're in charge of the entire team. You brief the entire team that, okay, this person is in charge of the entire team. You tell them that, okay, this is how the event would go. The event there will be vendors meetings. So the event planner would have communicated what they want, and you communicate that to them. Tell them they said they don't want people that are money changers. They don't want them to enter. Please do not this. Maybe another thing is okay. You've heard that okay, some bouncers they used to fight for food, fight for everything. You tell them please eat from your house. You are getting paid for this job. Please don't go and disgrace me. If I hear that you were fighting for food in the job, you will not work for me again. Call time is so time. Please be there on time. Let them know. And if you're not there on time for any reason, communicate to this. Let everything be clear. So that nobody is saying that, oh, they don't know, or they did not this, or maybe later on you hear, you say we should not fight for, but you don't say we should not fight for alcohol. Do you understand? Are you guys following me?
Yes.
There's only one person that's following.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'll be taking a brief break before I continue to this next slide. And I want to ask us the things I've mentioned so far. The things that was the first three things that I've mentioned so far. I want to see who is listening. So if you can just
You said you made mention of that in hiring people or in building a team, we need to get people that are with good character, good attitude, and you said something about training and retraining cannot be overemphasized in our job. And then you said we should also have a clear code of conduct. And we should also lead by example. And then the last thing you made mention of before now is that we should create clear rules and expectations. We should spell it out. And then you use ushers and bouncers as examples.
All right, thank you very much. Anyone else?
Okay, the very first thing that you made mention is about we knowing our preferences. Like we should have our non-negotiables. Let the team members know you for who you are, what the do's and don'ts that surrounds the team, what they should know, and things that they ought not to do. So that's the first thing you made mention about knowing the preferences.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody else?
Good evening, everyone. So the first thing you mentioned before starting the class was how to source, train, and sustain a reliable event team. And you mentioned if you are to have a good team, you have to train them properly in order to build trust with both the client and the guest. And also know your preference. This is what you want. Screen for potential and attitude, and not just the skills. And you must have emotional intelligence.
Okay, thank you very much. I love that everyone is following. I'm very, very happy. Okay, so let's continue. The next thing is building a dependable core team. Now, this is not something you can do. This is not something you can do immediately. This is not something you can do immediately. Like, it's not something you do day one. It's not even something you might get in 3 months. You have to now. I'm talking to like people, to us, like nobody has like an ushering team here at all. You get like you're just about to start off, or let me not say ushering team, like you don't have an event staff team at all. You're trying to build. Now you are getting people from various leads. You are still, you're still sourcing. You're still looking at people. You're like, okay, let me monitor this person. Let me monitor this person. You need to identify people's strengths. Now, is there something I learned from TL over the years? It was the fact that, like, at the beginning, she always made sure to rotate people, like in different roles. Like she first place you, maybe might place the person at the entrance, see how you fare for that event, place you at the back, where there's not too much pressure, place you in front with the VIP, see how you handle it, um, put you in different places. Then even as an event coordinator, there are different things. Put you in charge of one small thing, put you in charge of one small thing. She put me in charge of ride assistant once, and we both agreed that I was not cut out for it. We both agreed that I was not cut out for it. Let me be doing my event coordination. JJ. So the fact that I did not, I won't say that I didn't do my job well, but I would have, I don't think maybe, the experience that comes with giving, that you have to give, because you have to have a certain personality and you have to act a certain way as a bride's assistant. I would say that bride did not get it from me. But does that mean that I'm not good? Does that mean I'm not reliable? No, but that is not my core strength. So even when, when you've given, like, you've placed a staff in a role that you already know, okay, this person has the potential, but the person does not deliver the first time, you look into it. Let's try another place. Let's see if, okay, your core strengths are here, your core strengths are there. And you should also delegate. Let other people take responsibilities. Once you're already saying that, okay, this person is, passionate about this job, maybe the next job, don't show up. Put the person in charge. Tell them, okay, you are the team lead, usher. And you tell everybody, this is the team lead, usher. Watch how she coordinates the team. Get feedback. I'll talk about feedback later on. Get feedback from people, from the other ushers, that, okay, how did this person fare? How did this person this? Then you look at it that, okay, these are the things people complain about, and all that. Now, scheduling, attendance, and communication. I've spoken about communication before, and I've spoken about, because all these things are intertwined. Send reminder and updates so that nobody is saying that they did not know. And reminder, like, so that nobody is giving an excuse that, oh, I did not see it, I did not this. Oh, and also ensure that they acknowledge messages. I'm sure you always see that, like, when I was sending messages, the first few messages, we were saying that, okay, you should acknowledge, so that nobody gives an excuse of, oh, I did not know. We even tag you guys, just so that nobody's giving an excuse of, and they did not know. So you do the best part, and you know that if this person, wants to see that, oh, this person is not responding, which comes to the third point, always have backups. Always have people that you know that you can call and they will answer you that moment. I'm sure if there's any of us who have ever done ushering jobs, there are times when Saturday morning or the morning of that event, you're just getting a message from somebody that, oh, this person needs an usher. Click on, sharp, 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 sharp. Because they are looking for backups. So even if you don't have the backup, have people that can provide that backup for you. And also, next is motivation and incentives. You know that we were talking about, like, okay, set your clear goals, it's sounding like I'm saying be strict, be stern, and all that. But in as much as you are being strict and you're being stern, also let those who are, because there's some people that are natural, loyal people, you get that, okay, anything they do, they participate in any job work they do, they're always diligent with it. Make sure to really reward punctuality, loyalty, professionalism. Even if it's like, it can be any way. It can be by maybe sending, maybe, okay, the pay is, let's say, 10,000 naira, and then you just decide to pay, okay, 11,000 naira. You tell them that, oh, you did a really good job today. Just you telling them that you did a really good. See, that 1,000 naira does not mean it, but it just. I'm saying it from experience, because I've experienced it before. You get. It just makes your staff feel seen, feel appreciated, and they would want to do more. They would know that, oh, my boss sees me and my boss appreciates me. So, and it is all these things that build loyalty over time. It is, and back to giving leadership and delegating. By the time you see that, okay, somebody is really good at leading the team and all that, offer them more roles. Maybe after the person has spent a few years or a few months with you, offer them more roles. It will even ginger other people more, even if it's that their pay will be maybe like 2K more than the other ushers. Offer them more roles. It will not only make them want to like do their job more, the other team members too would want to sit up and say, so I mean, I don't need to just, maybe even if the person is just with you for making money, person can look at it that I don't need to just making money. Let me too, you know, sit up, work harder, work smarter, so that my boss too can promote me and all that. And even growth opportunities in this industry, you cannot say that okay, because you're the one that found one usher, or you're the one that trained an usher or trained a waiter. So if maybe another of your fellow colleague says, "Oh, I'm looking for somebody for usher or to complete my team," but you will now say that no, you don't want to. Whenever they ask that, oh, they need, let these people who have shown you loyalty, and they've shown that they are diligent with their work, let them be the first set of people to pop up in your mind and say, oh, I have a job for you. I just, those are the things that we help you keep fine. There's some people that even at the end, like it's not even with all this, I'm not saying that it's fail proof. There's some people that even with all this that I'm saying, you will do it for them, you will do more, and they'll still chop your eye. There are people. I'm not saying that it is fail proof, but you do your part. You be known for that. Whatever good you do, it will come back to you. That's just what I believe in. So now back to discipline, maintaining discipline. You should be firm, like I said earlier, but you should still be fair. Like, don't be wicked, don't be mean, don't become scary. Don't be the kind of boss that your staff can't approach. That there's an issue and they can't meet you, or you're coming and they're all stiff. I don't believe that's the best kind of work relationship you should a boss or a leader should have with their employees. And if you promise them something, if you say something, let it be what you say. Be professional. Don't don't be a boss that your staff can trust. Even if you've had horrible bosses or you've worked with horrible people before, that version of boss that you wish you've worked with, be that boss. Anything your staff do and you don't like, let's say, okay, uh, an occurrence just came to my mind, but I can't remember the exact um, thing, but it had to do with waiters. It had to do with waiters. I don't know, maybe, okay, waiters being um, gotten for a caterer. The caterer got waiters. I think maybe they didn't count the plate or something like that. And then the caterer said, oh, our plates are not complete. But all these things, there are rules, there are things that you know that, okay, as a waiter, once you get there, you've already emphasized it, or maybe that incident has never occurred before. So they never like thought to do that. In that scenario, at that moment, you correct it and you tell them that whatever you do, once you get there, all the plates, all the spoons, all the cups, all the everything, make sure you count them and you write them down and show them to the person that you came to work for that these are the number, and let the person agree that yes, this is the number. So that by the time you're counting it again, you will have your own record. Once there are things that happen, or maybe an usher misbehaves or a bouncer does something wrong, at that moment, correct it and say, please, I don't want this to happen again. Don't leave it and say, it's probably a mistake. By the time you leave it and you don't address that issue at that moment, somebody else will do it again and again and again. And lastly, let them know that no one is indispensable. Don't, like made mention of, I made an example, gave an example of the usher that, because she was skillful and she was pretty and she was the desirable spec of this. But in the end, the owner of the auction agency, she knew what she wanted. She knew she did not want somebody with such a character. And when the girl was feeling like, oh, she was indispensable, she dispensed her. So make everybody know, okay, yes, so I see you, I appreciate you. But once you start thinking that, okay, because I appreciate you and, I'm giving you more responsibilities, you are now misbehaving. Make them understand that you are, my business does not rely on you. You are not the only person. You are not the one sustaining the business. Now, evaluating performance. I've spoken about feedback. But yeah, give feedback. Like I said, give feedback and also ask for others. Now, while I was making this slide, it really brought back really funny memories in my time as an usher. And this feedback thing was also something that TLO used to do. In fact, she would make what she would do was that before paying our money, she would make sure we all gave feedback. So you are tired, you are waiting for your money, and they said that if you don't give feedback, you will not collect money. Of course, you will give now. But then she also said that, okay, that don't just give feedback because of your money or whatever, give sincere feedbacks. She made sure, she said that regardless of how, like, give feedback of how the job was, give feedback of, you get, and what does feedback help with? It helps you to see things from other people's point of views because you don't have eyes everywhere, especially during that event. They might have said, that this thing or the guests were this thing. I think maybe the way we were placed, I think, you might not have known, maybe them, in fact, it's from that feedback that they can even be suggesting ideas that you're like, it's true. Why didn't I think of this idea? It's from there. And you should also give them feedback. Now, depending on the kind of feedback, if it is like, a feedback that is gentle, that is not harsh, you can just say it maybe out on a group chat or something. But if it's something that, okay, you need the person to, you can say it in their DMs, just so, they don't feel like you are humiliating them. That's why I said be discreet when you're correcting mistakes. And any underlying issues, maybe you have an issue with somebody, like I mentioned earlier, if they do anything that you don't want, address it. Don't let it linger. Don't let it build up. We're coming to an end of this class, and this particular point is very, very important. Fostering team culture. No man is an island. I've had a TikTok and is really, really important because your team is called a team for a reason. Like it's not individuals, they are teams. Sorry, just a moment. Oh, okay. So it is called a team for a reason. You cannot, if your I feel like I'm using ushers too much as example, but nothing else is actually coming to my mind. So please, let's just take it like that. If your team of ushers, if they don't agree with each other, that work will not flow smoothly. If they are fighting with each other, that work it will not flow at all. So always like tell people to work, oh, this thing, help this. Maybe you see that, okay, somebody has finished that work and somebody's struggling with their, say, oh, please go and help her. Go and encourage, make them know that it's not a thing of, okay, you have finished your work, you have earned your pay. Go and sit down, let that one too earn her own pay. There's no community competition. If they want to, okay, maybe they'll collect food. Make sure that if they'll be sharing food, if they'll be sharing food, make sure that they um collect for everybody. It's not a thing of one person collect food. There's somebody now say I don't see food. If one usher is collecting food, is in her head is that, oh, I'm collecting food for everybody. If let what be in their head is that, how we share this for everybody. If they share souvenir and it's not complete, we adjust it so that everybody will at least collect something. Treat them with respect and empathy. You say this respect and empathy, there's no time. So I won't tell you that story. But treat your staff with respect and empathy. Because it's also one of the things that will determine someone's loyalty to you. There's somebody that treated me like, in fact, it was the day I know she was not really, really a good person, but the day she did that particular thing to me, that was the day I knew that, I don't chop shit. Since that day, I stopped working with her before. And also encourage bonding. Let them know each other's names. You can even if it's end of the year, organize team hangouts. You get, let everybody be friends. If they have businesses that they do, let them patronize each other. Do you get? Don't don't make them be isolated, because it is even that same bonding that is going to help when you are not around, when you're not with them. You send them out for a job, they will be able to execute it smoothly because they're already like friends and they can help each other. And if one of them is in trouble, one of them needs help, they can assist that person. Now, for the masterclass I mentioned, these are some of the things that we would be talking about. Learn how to structure teams for maximum efficiency, advanced delegation and leadership system, building a long-term sustainable staff model, and many, 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 many more other things. So when it is time for the masterclass, you can, if you are interested in knowing more, you can just keep your ears down for when we announce it. We're running out of time. So before I go to the the assignments section, I would like to ask you guys if you have any questions, and for everyone to also turn on their cameras. Yes, please turn on your cameras. If you don't have lights, on the touch lights or something in your house. So turn on your cameras. Let everybody turn on your camera. If you have questions, please raise your hand so that I can see you. Hey, this is my touchlight. Be like ghost. See everybody. So, I'm the only person in my work outfit. Everybody's in their bonnets. Wow. Now for who want to do Independence Woman?
What?
God,
What?
I beg. Okay, so there are some people who haven't turned on their cameras. So does anyone have any questions? Seems like nobody has any question, yeah? If you don't have any question, it's making me think that you'd not listen, because I don't understand. Was I that straightforward? Was everything that straightforward? You don't have any questions? Nobody.
Please, can everybody turn on their cameras so we can take the picture and we can turn it off and everybody can go back to what they are
We
doing?
can't hear you.
Voila.
See,
Emma Beno, good evening,
me
everybody. Please, Nifesimi and Naomi, you are holding us to
muted.
ransom, and Yvonne, you are holding us to ransom. Please turn on your camera. Let's take a screenshot and we can go back. We said it during the onboarding. We will take screenshots for every class, but this is the
I'm
very
not
first
getting
class
the
that we're
problem.
doing it. We are seeing somebody's forehead. Nifemi, it's your forehead we are seeing. Debbie, are we good? Please take
What
the
about light
screenshot.
setting?
You don't have lights. We too, we don't have lights.
feel like
We
phone
too.
does not turn.
Please take the picture. I'm on the road.
Oh yeah, now it's you that we're waiting for that is
What's the
telling
office?
us that you're on the road. Deborah, please
Yeah.
take what you want to take.
I'm good. Okay, perfect, lovely. So the class is going to end soon. So let me quickly show you where is it? The assignments. Okay. All right. So this is the assignment. This is your chance to show your problem solving skills, leadership, and how much you care about your team and clients based on the things we've discussed or I've told you. We didn't really discuss it today. So there are two scenarios. One of your ushers is eager and shows potential, but keeps making the same mistakes even after training, giving her different tasks and responsibilities, and making efforts to correct him or her. Your challenge: what step would you take right away? Think about guidance, feedback, encouragement, and practical solutions. Then scenario two says, imagine you have only 4 ushers for 600 guests. The waiters are also understaffed, and you have to let the ushers assist them in a bid to reduce the pressure. Regardless, the ushers can't do much, and a guest becomes impatient. They claim an usher ignored them and was rude, and then slap the usher. Like, proceed to slap the usher. That's a grammatical error. Now, the challenge here is, how would you step in as the usher supervisor? What actions would you take to protect and support your team while resolving the guests' concerns? How would you prevent similar situations at future events? And I'm giving you tips. Be clear and okay, I should have edited that out. Be clear and show step by step, show your thought process. Focus on teamwork, empathy, and problem solving. And also, creativity counts. Like, there are often more than one good solution. If you have more than one solution to the problem, please feel free. You can just type this in a Word document, put your name, the name of your business, and then you can just copy and paste. I'll send screenshots of these assignments later to the group chat. Deadline. The class is ending tomorrow. Rabi Tielo.
Yes, my Oga. Yes.
Class is ending tomorrow, but this is not a really hard assignment because I also noticed that some people didn't really understand the last assignment. They kept asking questions and all that. So which is why I'm giving tips and all that. So I would say tomorrow before the last class. Tomorrow before the last class. And the last class is talking about costing and all. So it is this assignment that will guarantee your entrance into that last class. You know that I'm accepting to I will allow you into the class. So if you've not sent in your assignment, I will not allow you into the class. So I will endeavor to send in this assignment tonight. Uh, Thank you everyone for listening. I hope your businesses start out strong and nice, and I pray that God gives you good stuff because it's a serious prayer. I should have even added it. Pray. You need to pray because if you don't have a good staff, you'll be second guessing your life choices. So yeah, thank you for listening. Have a good night. See you. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Do I stop my recording?